Joining us now in Studio B is someone here to sort out the little bit of, I don't know, confusion we had with our track and field athlete and the steeplechase reference of hashtag this. It's Katie Andrews, who is in Studio B, high jumper extraordinaire. Welcome to Studio B, Katie.
Oh, it's Erin.
I mean, Erin Merkley. Katie Andrews is the name of the girl that went over the steeplechase.
Yes.
Okay, but she's got a new last name, right?
Yeah, it's Katie Neves now.
Is she still competing?
No, she's a mom now.
She's not super mom.
She's not. Okay, so she's full time. I can't believe I just called you Katie
Let's make this interview
Andrews.
about Erin.
Yeah, let's make it about Erin Merkley,
Merkley,
who just jumped 5'10" and a half, and you're 5'7".
Yeah. It was a blast. I mean, I never expected it. It was a big PR for me on my last home meet. So.
What was your previous personal best?
My previous best was 5'9".
And you went an inch and a half taller.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What happened?
I think just partly pride, just having that last home meet and the last chance to get myself as high as possible in the rankings. And when you've got a good group of teammates there cheering and your coach is excited for you, you just kind of go for it.
When the name of the meet is the Last Chance Meet, that kind of helps too, right?
It does.
Which is not a gathering of singles trying to get married. It is a track and field competition.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you got to lay it all at the line right then and there.
What kind of reception did you have? I mean, you talk about your friends and your teammates cheering. Like, how many people were watching you jump?
I mean, I can't say for sure because a lot of them were competing at the same time. But, I mean, I had all of the high jumpers there. I had some of my old teammates there. So it was just exciting. And it was a solid group for being a last chance meet.
How high do you have to jump to advance further on in this specific event?
I know that it's more about if you clear the bar cleanly. So at like the championship or regionals this week, the main goal is to clear 3 bars cleanly, and that could take me on to nationals. Because a lot of people under the pressure kind of cave and miss the bar, kind of no height, and that eliminates a lot of people. So.
Do you feel pressure?
Oh yeah. This is the closest I've ever been to nationals before. And so, of course, I feel that pressure. But at the same time, this is my last season. So there's nothing to lose.
Now, let's talk about this because this is interesting. You're from Olathe?
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Olathe, Kansas.
Okay, welcome, Jared. Spencer knew how to say that because there's an Olathe, Colorado. And the West preliminaries are in Lawrence, Kansas.
Yes.
How about that? How far away is that from your house?
It's about 25-30 minutes. My brother actually goes to KU now, so I am so excited. I have a big group that should show up, and like my high school friends still go there, so I'm excited.
Walk us through the mentality and the thought process before you attempt a jump. So like the 30 seconds before you start that approach, and what's going through your mind?
I definitely focus in on my cues. I tend to get a little excited, so I have to calm myself down. I'm definitely the person who's joking around and dancing and laughing in the side. But as soon as I get to my mark, that's when I kind of zero in. I have certain things that I look at, like cues where my eyes should be. So I start zeroing in on that cue. And then I really, really think about my cue of my shoulder, my turn, and then patient. I'm very impatient off the ground, so I tend to get really excited. So I really have to think all the way up, like jump all the way up. Otherwise, I cut myself short and go over.
Does everyone have to do the Fosbury flop now? Like, have you ever thought about doing it old school or a different way?
Actually, in the Caribbean, they still tend to just scissor it because they don't have any pads.
They scissor kick the pole.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It depends on the pads. That makes sense.
So our coaches went last year to the Caribbean to recruit, and they watched a girl scissor 5'6" because she didn't have pads at practice. So she didn't know how to flop. So, yeah, people are still doing it.
Interesting.
Erin Merkley of BYU Track and Field with us on BYU Sports Nation.
How do you get into that? Because when I was younger, I would I'll just jump onto the trampoline that way, right? How'd you get involved in the high jump?
It was kind of random. I loved doing track, and I had done a bunch of different sports, and I was out at practice one day at junior high, and I watched some kid do it, and I said, I can do that too. And he told me I couldn't, so I randomly just tried. So I don't know, I guess it was partly natural, part of a dare.
Do you think that kid will be at the NCAA West preliminaries in Lawrence? Hey, you're the motivation. You're the reason I'm doing this. Yeah.
I wish. I have no idea where he is nowadays, so I guess I should thank him.
Joining us now in Studio B is Erin Merkley of BYU Track and Field. She just qualified for regionals in the high jump, clearing 5:10.5. That is a new personal record by 1.5 inches. Holy cow. Okay, we heard a story earlier this morning from our producer Ben Bagley that he had a friend who missed the mat in the high jump. Have you ever missed the mat?
I think in high school I got close. I've hit the standards, but I've never missed the mat. So
how do you miss the mat? That's what I want. How does that happen?
I really, he must have been just going really fast. I don't know.
But listen, in track, you need to be careful. Javelins and hammers are flying. You could hit the steeplechase.
Yeah. It's a dangerous sport.
You got to be careful. Yeah. What will it take for you to have success at the NCAA West Regional, and what would be a success for you?
I'd say this whole season has been successful. I couldn't have asked for anything more than what my season has produced. I have had great strides and PRs, and I mean, that's how you want to end your last season. So I would consider this a success already. Of course, I want to go to nationals. That's always the goal. I couldn't ask for anything else, so.
I'm going to get a javelin to my calf for calling you Katie Andrews. I'm never going to hear the end of that.
It's okay. It's just live television.
Never going to hear the end of that. Oh, we shouldn't have been talking about Katie, right?
She's a superstar, so I can't blame you.
It's true.
Well, and she did post that video of herself tripping over the thing of the gate, the barrier, whatever you want to call it, in the steeplechase by herself.
What is it, hurdle?
The steeple.
That is what they're chasing. It's the steeple. Why is it called steeple hurdle?
I don't know. Erin, we need you to sign our stretch Y flag, and we're going to give you some BYU Sports Nation karma to go and compete well.
All right. Thank you guys for having me.